माने प्रथमे चैनल टी को सब्सक्राइब करने आउ बेल आइकन टी को हिट करने भूलंतु नहीं। ओके आम जा कंटेंट को MJZOO102 BU 2024-25 दैट मीन्स कोर 1 रो पेपर 2 बा मेजर पेपर 2 कहीपर यूजी फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर एग्जामिनेशन 2024 एटा बरहमपुर यूनिवर्सिटी गोटे क्वेश्चन सैंपल नवा जोटा कि एबे चलची एग्जाम समस्त फर्स्ट सेमिस्टर तापाई गोटे लाभदायी हम पेपर 2टा अच्छी डायवर्सिटी ऑफ कोडेट्स प्रोटोकोडेट्स टू मामालिया ये आम ऑलरेडी पैटर्न विषय में कही विगत वीडियोस मानक कहूनी आम क्वेश्चन आंसर को जीवा व्हाट हैपेंस टू द नोटोकॉड ऑफ टडपोल लार्वा ऑफ हडमानिया ड्यूरिंग मेटामॉर्फोसिस आम समस्त जानचे इट इज लॉस्ट यूजुअली लॉस्ट एंड ग्रेजुअली एब्जॉर्ब्ड इनटू द बॉडी। देन पेज 2 डिप्लुरा belongs to which phylum? Echinodermata. What type of migration is found in Anguilla anguilla? आम समस्त जानते Catadromus. Give an example of low-finned fishes. Coelacanth कही परिबा, longfish कही परिबा, example नहीं परिबा. Give an example of apodan amphibia. Isthafish हुए बा Sicilians generally कही परिबा. F. What type of venom is found in cobra snake? आम समस्त जानते ये neurotoxin, especially alpha neurotoxin. G. Write any one reptilian characters in Archaeopteryx. गुड़ाए characters अच्छी जड teeth है पारे, clawed fingers, keelless sternum है पारे, long tail with free caudal vertebrae. Then name any one animal from Oriental realm: orangutans, peacocks, gharials. Give an example of metatherian mammal: kangaroo. Give an example of scansorial animal: squirrel. Then to section B. 9टा प्रश्न 2 मार्क विशिष्ट प्रत्येक प्रश्न उत्तर देवा हम। व्हाट इज रेट्रोग्रेसिव मेटामॉर्फोसिस? आम समस्त जानते इट इज अ डेवलपमेंटल प्रोसेस इन विच एन ऑर्गेनिज्म लूजेस और रिड्यूसेस सर्टेन ऑर्गन्स ड्यूरिंग इट्स ट्रांजिशन फ्रॉम लार्वा टू एडल्ट। यू कैन सी द एग्जाम्पल in euchordates, also known as tunicates, or also you can say sea squids. These marine animals have a biphasic life cycle with distinct larval and adult stages. The larval stage has advanced coded characters, but the adult loses these characters, right? Question B. They are also called lower codetes that exhibit, key coded features like notocode during some stages of its life, but lacks a skull and is often considered an, evolutionary link between invertebrates and vertebrates. And the example can be tunicates, lancelets, etc. The distinguishing feature, a notocod is flexible rod-like structure providing body support. A marine habitat is also seen. They do not have a skull, and that's why considered acraniata. Question C, also known as hagfish, it is considered an anatha because it is jawless fish, meaning it lacks jaw, which is the defining characteristic of the anatha group, alongside lampreys. They are the only surviving example of this ancient vertebrate lineage. Question D. The movement of this type fish, it is confined to fresh water, and these species travel long distance in river to locate suitable spawning ground. We can take example in South America. For example, potadromous fishes are dominated by large catfish, and if we take the example Africa, potadromous species include Coeluroids. Question is, that is E. labyrinthine organ. It is a specialized organ that allows labyrinth fishes to breathe oxygen from the air as well as from water. We can take the example of goramis and betas that to absorb oxygen from air as well as from water, the organ is utilized. So what is a midiptode? It is a frog that carries its fertilized eggs on its back until they hatch. It's found in Europe and North Africa and has been introduced to Britain. Another very interesting question, why reptiles are called a true terrestrial animal? Because they have adaptations that allow them to live in dry environments, such as scaly skin that reduces water loss. They lay, amniotic eggs which protect with protective cells that retain moisture. They have fully developed lungs for efficient respiration. They have internal fertilization, which means they are not dependent on external water sources for reproduction. The embryonic membrane, amnion, surrounds the embryo and provides it with a moist environment during the development. Thus, Why? They are truly terrestrial. Tuatura, also called Sphenodon punctatus, is a reptile that's often called a living fossil because it looks similar to its ancestors that lived 200 million years ago. The Tuatura has many anatomical features that distinguish it from other living reptiles. So, the Tuatura, that has a unique type of hemoglobin in its blood, and males have no external reproductive organ. A peculiar question that is about pneumatic bones in birds. These are hollow from inside. These pneumatic bones contain air sacs in them, due to which the availability of air in bones of birds is higher. These pneumatic bones provide efficiency to the bird's respiratory system. The presence of air sacs and cavities help in the reduction of body weight that can make a bird fly. Another question about Panthalassa. It was a massive, ancient superocean that surrounded the supercontinent Pangaea, covering nearly 70% of Earth's surface during the Paleozoic-Mesozoic transition. The name Panthalassa literally translates to all sea in Greek, signifying its vastness across the planet. Now to section C, Go Vibhag, answer any 8 of the following questions within 250 words. Eta short note ame kahi periba 10 ta bitiru ko 8 tar answer lekhiba 5 mark bisishta. Why is Amphioxus a cephalocodate, right? Cephalocodates, these are small eel-like marine animals that are also known as lancelets, or they have many typical coded features such as notochord, dorsal nerve cord, and pharyngeal gill slits. Yet they lack true vertebrate features such as neural crest and extensive gene duplication. Amphioxus, it is the closest living invertebrate relative of vertebrates. It is a model organism for understanding vertebrate development because of its relative structural and genomic simplicity. It possesses the notochord extending from head to tail, throughout body, and that's why it is also called a cephalocodate. That means notochord extending from the cephalic region up to tail or last posterior portion. A catfish can walk on land if it is a walking catfish, which uses its pectoral fins as anchor to propel itself forward with a snake-like wriggling motion, allowing it to traverse short distances on land. This is possible because it can breathe in air through specialized gill structures, enabling it to stay out of water for a long period of time. So the special features are pectoral fins, air breathing ability, snake-like movement, and sensory capabilities. Cyclostomes, these are a group of jawless fish that includes lampreys and hatchfishes. They are also known as anatha, which means without true jaw. So the characters are like mouth, circular mouth is found, the body is elongated, the respiration through 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits. Heart, they have a two-chambered heart with a thin-walled sinus venosus, an atrium, and a ventricle, and a conus arteriosus. Then these are specially parasites, open big fishes. Dipnoi, these are a group of fish that breathe using both gills as well as lungs. They are also known as lungfish. The word dipnoi comes from these Greek words meaning two breathings. The characters are, they have short jaws and teeth that form crushing plates. They have a reduced skeleton that is mostly made of cartilage. They have a difficircle tail. They have overlapping cycloid scales, and they have paired fins too. They have gills that are covered by an operculum, and 1 or 2 lungs that are connected to the esophagus by a short tube. Why do fishes migrate? Fish migrate primarily to access optimal conditions for feeding, breeding, and avoiding unfavorable environments, often moving between different habitats like freshwater and saltwater depending on their life stage to ensure the best chance of survival and reproductive success for their offspring. This can involve searching for specific food sources in different locations throughout the year and returning to specific spawning grounds to lay eggs. A snake's poison apparatus, also known as its venom delivery system, includes poison glands, ducts, and fins. This system helps snakes hunt and defend themselves. The poison gland or glands located on either side of the snake's head behind the eyes. These are sac-like structures that produce venom connected to venom ducts that carry venom to the fins. So venom ducts vary in length and structure by snake species, carry venom from the glands to the fins. Fangs and large maxillary teeth that are hollow and sharply pointed can be opened or closed and regenerate if lost. And some other components, these are a compressor muscle that increases pressure in the venom delivery system when the snake bites, and a fan sheath that surrounds the fins. Air sacs are vital to a bird's ability to fly because they help birds take in more oxygen, which provides energy. Also, unidirectional airflow, it is attached to the bones, and increased respiratory efficiency is seen. Air sacs supplement the lungs in realizing a unidirectional airflow. Air sacs work as bellows to ventilate the tube-like parabronchi. The next is a short note on Archaeopteryx. It was a small bird-like dinosaur that lived in Europe during the late Jurassic period. It had features of both dinosaurs as well as birds. The first Archaeopteryx fossil was found in 1861 in a limestone quarry in Germany. The name Archaeopteryx comes from Greek words meaning ancient wing. The size, it is about a magpie or crow. Diet, it was carnivorous, eating small reptiles, amphibians, mammals, and even insects. The wings were broad feathered wings with little claws on the end to grasp prey. Teeth, these were sharp, cone-shaped teeth, and the tail, it was long, bony tail. Wishbone was there, a focula or wishbone, and a breastbone that was flat sternum. So about its significance, it is considered a transitional form between birds and reptiles. It is often used as an example of how fossils can show evolutionary relationships. Now Prototheria, it was a subclass of class mammals or mammalia that includes platypuses, echidnas. The term is no longer used because it's not considered a valid grouping. The features include eggs, that is typical Prototherian type, yolky eggs. Habitat, some Prototherians live on land while others live in water. Nests, some Prototherians build nests like the platypus while others incubate eggs in pouches. About the skull, Prototherians have a small squamosal and alispinate bones in their skull wall. Teeth, it was Prototherians have distinctive teeth. Prototheria is believed to have diverged from other mammals about 180 million years ago. The two subclasses, Prototheria and Theria, began to diverge from a common stock during the late Jurassic. Continental drift. The theory was proposed by Alfred Wegener in 1915. The theory of continental drift states that the Earth's continents were once joined together in a single landmass called Pangaea. Over time, Pangaea broke apart and the continents drifted to their current positions. Next is section D, Gh Vibhag. Answer any four of the following questions. माने पांचटा प्रश्न अछि को चारटा उत्तर लिखिबा within 800 words each with suitable diagram. जोटी suitable diagram रो मीनिंग हैला जोटी diagram रो आवश्यकता से निश्चित भाव दिया जाओ काहे कि ता पई वैल्यू थाए 1/4 to 1/3 मार्क थाए. So the fourth question, describe general characteristic and classification up to order of Hemicodata. Describe parental care in amphibia. Sixth, write a note on migration in birds. Seventh, describe about geographical realms. And eighth, the last question, describe about adaptive radiation with reference to locomotory appendages in mammals. Thank you for watching and have a fruitful preparation for the second paper of Core 1 or Major Zoology. Thank you once again.